Well, aloha, mother fathers. Welcome in another edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast, broadcasting across the Inside Edge podcasting network and all other streaming, both audio and video platforms. Though I did have a problem finding us on Odyssey.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't pop up. And when I actually, this is cool because we've been around long enough now. We actually have an AI response when we search our website.
that is cool.
Yeah, it tells us where we're broadcasting, how we do it. It gave us info about us, which is crazy. But it said primarily streamed through the iHeart Radio app and through, I think it was something else. Not YouTube, but it was something else audio-wise. And not Odyssey.
Let me look into Odyssey because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't have the Odyssey app downloaded. I have iHeart and Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Spotify was where it was.
Yeah,
That was where
Spotify.
people go to for a lot of us, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason, Odyssey was the one where I searched it. And it was giving me, like, random stuff about random stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
it does that.
Yeah, for the 2 or 3 people that try.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to, like, give them a little bit of a break.
there you go. We'll look into that.
Yeah.
If your Odyssey app, it's not a bad app, but I had to clear my phone before the updates and stuff. That was one of the things I had to get rid of. But
Oh, yeah.
kept
I've
Apple.
worked there in many, many moons. Yeah.
Yeah, get Apple and iHeart and all that stuff. But hey, welcome. Boy, would have been nice if it was about 2 times warmer than what it is now.
You mean like I was yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
And the 4 days before that? And then all of a sudden, the windows are open and I wake up this morning and I want to kill myself because it's so damn cold. Sorry, unalive myself because it was so chilly. It was so chilly in my apartment. Like, it wasn't really that bad.
But when you look outside, it looks beautiful. I will give.
I
that.
stepped out of the apartment tonight to come to film this. And, of course, you're seeing this Friday morning, but this was Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. There was snow coming down, and it was sunny,
Wow.
and not a cloud in the sky.
Wow.
And I was like, maybe those people with global warming are onto something, because
They
what the
might
fuck
be.
is this?
They might be. Well,
It's going to snow, but no clouds anywhere.
Well, they always say, like, here in Northeast Ohio, you get that fall spring, which we just had, the fall spring. Now it's going to be the last burst of winter, and then it's just going to be hot. Then the next time we circle back to spring, it's going to be hot.
Could somebody shoot that groundhog? Like, I'm tired of this. Like, I want consistency. Like, don't make me move out west where it's always warm. Like, I
Unreal.
want to stay here if I have to, but, like, come on. Like,
By
what
the
are we doing?
way, congrats to UT. They beat Bowling Green.
Yeah, by 1 point.
By
And we get to watch a
point.
31-win team not make the tournament now. It's going to be great.
How about that?
When's the last time the MAC had 2 30-win teams? Because Akron's probably going to win the tournament.
Yeah.
That
Akron
means
should be
they
favored.
should be 30 or 31 wins, too, at that point. I mean, that's
I
crazy.
mean, I don't know about. I think the last 2-bid season, I think was in the late 90s.
Fuck.
Late 90s.
It's wild.
But I heard the announcer, Michael Ray guy, was like, Toledo hasn't won the MAC tournament since 1980. It's been 46 long seasons. And I'm sitting there like, you want to give out Bowling Greens? How about 60-something long seasons and
God.
counting?
I also don't like the setup of that, too. Like, a team goes 31-0 in the regular season, has 1 4-point hiccup in a quarterfinal tournament, and they possibly won't make it or be one of the first or last 4 in.
You know what's going to happen, right?
insane.
Have you seen some of the other mid-major conferences with, like, crazy-looking brackets where, like, you have, like, 12 teams that make it, but the top seed doesn't play until the semifinals?
Yeah.
And it's like game 1, game 2 winner.
Oh, yeah,
Game
it's-
3.
yeah.
It's wonk. Just watch. The Mid-American Conference is going to do something like that
Tell
next
some of
year.
these schools, like in the Big Ten or the SEC or whatever it is, the schools that Miami tried to schedule when they were told no,
Yeah.
like nut up and play some of these guys. Because Miami was a 25-win team last year.
I
So they
do
were a good team last year, too. It's like, what the fuck?
I do think because of the grace that I think Miami's going to get in. They might have to play in the first 4.
They
though.
will.
But
it's in Dayton, so I guess that's not too bad.
Yeah,
and then
but-
they probably play a 5 seed if they win that match. So they
Probably.
probably honestly would prefer that
Yeah.
rather than being a 16 and having to play, or a 15 and playing a 1 or a 2.
you know what?
But
Who else is in that bubble? Auburn.
Hmm.
Face Auburn. How about that? That would be something.
it'd be
What would
Good
Bruce
proving ground.
Pearl say about that?
Hmm.
All right, let's talk some wrestling because we had a lot of stuff go down in wrestling. Again, you can follow us on those platforms. None of them have changed. That's where you can find us through all of those platforms: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram is where we are located throughout the week. And we just talked about this. You can't. We'll look into Odyssey. We're gonna look into
Three of those
Odyssey.
4 are very reliable for you to find us.
We'll look into Odyssey, but Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You can like and subscribe, download our stuff so you get every single new episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. And we'll look into Odyssey. I think we're in Odyssey.
The fan station, the one we have here in town for Cleveland, I listen to periodically once in a while just because I like hearing them bitch about Brown stuff because it's funny to me. And how Baltimore fucked over the league, which they didn't. I mean, they pulled out of a trade when anyone else could too. But and then they signed someone who's just as good.
Yeah.
So it's funny. But I was like, oh, I'm in the Odyssey app. I want to see, the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to some of the audio. I want to see how good it sounds. And a little bit of a kerfuffle over at our friends over at Odyssey. Hey, get your shit together. Right?
But that's where you can find us. 3 to 4 for sure. There's a 4 we're going to work on.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Sweet moment of the week. And before we get into the details of the sweet moment of the week, which is CM Punk and the Usos in a really phenomenal stuff. It was great television. Before we get to that, Kyle has an announcement about BA Sweeties.
That's right. So we are back. That promo code, Lollipop, is a go. If you're wondering, we have the details finally. There was a bit of a miscommunication. We're going to take the fall for that. It's no big deal. The good news is you can take advantage of that promo code, Lollipop, when you go. Here's how it works. You get that cart full of stuff because Easter is like their Super Bowl. It's like their WrestleMania. It's that time of year. Everyone's going there buying in bulk. They're getting all the stuff for the Easter baskets. They're doing Easter egg hunts. They're doing all the crazy stuff with all the candy. Or you just enjoy BA Sweeties and like to go a lot anyway and spend some money there. For every $40 you spend, you get $5 off. If you're wondering about percentages, that's about 12.5% off on your purchase. That's not a bad deal. 12,
that's some good math on
12 plus percent. Pete totally did that before we started. But nevertheless.
That's some good math. Whoever came up with that.
He just woke up. Sometimes he falls asleep. He's like, oh, yeah, me. Or he's texting his phone. Hi, honey, what's for dinner? You know what's not for dinner? BA Sweeties. Eat dinner first, but then have dessert from BA Sweeties because it is that damn good. $5 off your $40 or more purchase. Take advantage of that deal, especially now when you're going there. Maybe you only go a couple times a year, and this is usually one of those times where you stock up on some stuff. Take advantage of that deal. Get some money off, and Sit Aside Also Wrestling Podcast sent you.
And remember, it is an in-store promotion only. At checkout, you got to mention Lollipop.
And now if they don't say it, you have our permission to put on the Kane mask like he did during his speech the other day and chokeslam someone through a table. And then take it off and proceed with the rest of the announcement. That was a wild video.
That was.
Roxanne! You can put on the red light.
Man, Pete, play the commercial. It's the largest candy store in North America, over 75 years of business. And when you walk it, I'm not even joking. There's no such thing really as just walking in, picking up something, and leaving. You're going to stick around. And you're going to stick around because you're going to like the smell of the place first off. And then all the stuff they have to offer, you're going to love. You're going to love.
Listen, I'm about to go there here in the next few weeks. I'm taking advantage of the promo code, and we're going to answer the age-old question, can Kyle buy $40+ worth of popcorn? The answer is most likely yes. I will sell them out of Buffalo Ranch. It is that good.
I got to get the Buffalo Ranch.
Mm.
The cheddar one was good enough for me.
Mm.
That was good enough for me. But, yeah, I got to get the Buffalo Ranch and stuff. Actually, what's cool about that place, too, and Tom talked to us about this when we've been out there, if you want to prank your friends, get some of the nasty stuff they have there, too. And and this is how cool this business is. 99% of businesses don't want to tell you, like, oh, we have products that are nasty, that are not good. Tom, on our airwaves, was like, dude, we have crazy stuff here.
Oh, the toenail fungus soda. They've got, again, you love your sour stuff, but, like, the sour racha, we've had that, obviously, on the program before.
Yeah.
Like, there's some stuff that will, turn your stomach and make your face go, ugh. But, I mean, it's definitely worth it to have a good time and to enjoy it. And, again, a lot of it's nostalgic, too. Even for us.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And we talk about it all the time. If you've never had my favorite is the sodas out of the glass bottles. If you've never had sugar cane flavored drinks, like that ingredient, it's a world's difference when you're drinking and consuming your soda or pops.
And it's really cool. They give you like a little container. You can put 6 of them in there, whatever it is, mix and match. You can do different ones. You can try different flavors. Maybe you do want to try toenail fungus. You can throw that in there too. And you can put in 5 really good flavors.
You could. Now, when CM Punk told the Usos, hey, try the toenail fungus, he immediately got drop kicked. No, that's not what happened on Monday.
No, it's not. This was, again, I had the reacts for it. I said it before. This is probably one of, if not the best Raws of the year so far. The bar is kind of low as far as like overall shows, in quality. They've been okay for the most part. There's been some bad ones.
I did get some text on Monday, like, dude, this show, nice show.
They hit on some good cylinders. The Seth thing in the opening was interesting too. It was different just because we've never seen shit like that before. It's everyone's running in circles.
I love how he broke it down. Seth Rollins broke it down on NFL Network this week. He was like, well, unlike my mask guys, they weren't really fully in sync, but they protected me. The Chiefs did. I'm like, okay.
Leave it to Seth to make references on NFL Network. He's spent more time on TV there than he has in wrestling in the past 2 years. But nevertheless, those darn injuries. But
told you, NFL Network analyst, main event WrestleMania.
Yeah. Remember when we thought, like, hey, how are they going to do this?
Yeah.
Because Roman's going to miss a week here, that stuff like that, week there. He's going to miss a few. He's only going to appear maybe a handful of times, if that, before WrestleMania, because they don't want to use all of his dates right away. Like, they're finding a way. Bringing the Usos in. They opened the show, obviously, with all the Vision crap or whatever it was and worked through it, and then closed the show with Punk in this ring. And this was the best Jay has looked since the yeeting shit started. Like, in my opinion. Like, it was controlled emotion. You could tell he was actually emotional about it because he did talk shit about their family. I didn't know how deep this went for Punk. How close he was to the Samoans. He was getting trained and learning from them way back in Philadelphia when he first started.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like a long time ago. Like 30 years, whatever it was. Like, that's interesting, and he puts you in perspective a little bit more about why this is a story. So I give him a lot of credit for referencing that. Jimmy, I said it in the reacts too. You could sell me right now on Jimmy versus Punk as the main event. That was how good he looked. That's how respect looks, and that's how someone who's calculated and can cut a promo looks. Like, that was really good. If only they learned more than 2 moves, like, then that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But like, the demeanor, the seriousness from Jim, all that stuff too, serious but not like too, like, it was great.
You felt respect as a viewer when Jimmy was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had the presence of, all right, everybody shut up and listen to what I have to say without yelling, right?
Yeah.
Like, he
let Jay go crazy and go his back and forth. Apologize, like all that stuff, and then
say I'm sorry.
And Jimmy was like,
say sorry.
Hold on, and then came at it from the rational point.
Like, I thought the big takeaway, on top of everything you said, I thought your reaction, you had all the notes to add to it. I thought, man, you kind of, remember 6 years ago when the whole bloodline stuff started and Roman Reigns identified Jay as the, like, you're the guy, like, you're the next go-to.
Yeah.
It was CM Punk identifying Jimmy as you could be the guy. You don't have to blow your horn out there, guys. Damn. Anywho, as if they could hear me. But it was Jimmy who CM Punk identified as if Jay's going to be Jay. Jay's going to yell. He's going to be emotional. It almost seemed like, I don't want to look too deep into this, but this is what we do on the show. It almost seemed like CM Punk looked at Jimmy and said, Jay might be a loss. We can't save him, but you have the understanding of the bigger picture of what's going on.
No, Jimmy's the older twin. By like 10 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, and he's normally been the guy who's listened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's blind in his faith. He'll still follow Roman to the ends of the earth or whatever it is, but like he's the one that always gets pleaded to because Jay is so emotional.
Well, the crazy thing about the dynamic of the Usos, Jimmy is usually the first one. He's understanding, but he's usually the first one to strike.
He was for a while, yeah.
When the family
First
gets
one to
after
kick
it.
Sammy, first one to just to, you know.
I
forget
find that
everything.
to be very interesting.
Yeah.
That he is that, and that character development is very, very consistent. Now, what made this also work, because let's be clear about the main event WrestleMania scene. At this current moment, you have technically 4 baby faces in your two championship main events of WrestleMania as of right now.
Yeah.
To get that crowd in Seattle, correct?
Yeah.
To get that crowd in Seattle to chant, say sorry. Right? Like, that's not an easy thing to do, but CM Punk didn't. And there are CM Punk fans. There are CM Punk fans that no matter what CM Punk does, we go root for CM Punk, but the man didn't apologize.
He apologized.
At the end, but like
For their struggle.
Yeah.
Listen, and he didn't lie either. Everything he said was true.
Yeah.
Roman still hasn't changed. I mentioned it too. Like he got this past year was the first time he started doing some things and trying to get his cousins to actually get to the top level. But even then, it was because Roman wasn't interested in the title at the time. Now that he is, he's nowhere for them. It's all about him again. He went on podcasts. He went on shows and was talking about none of this shit's worked or whatever it is. Jay's been part of that. None of that shit working. He was champion.
Mm-hmm.
He won the title at WrestleMania. Didn't work though, right? I mean, yeah, like, okay. Like, he's still doing it. It's the same stuff. Roman has never changed his character fully at all. He's always been that guy.
Even though there's been a few times where Roman has apologized to the Usos.
Yeah, it's backhanded. It's not true.
Okay.
Yeah. His fake plastic smile. Yeah, the veneers he got.
Yeah.
Like, nothing CM Punk said was false. That's why it cuts deeper. Because they know it's true. And that's why when Roman shows up in San Antonio on Monday, like, they need to have a talk.
Who needs to have a talk?
The three of them. The Usos and Roman.
Yeah.
CM Punk doesn't have to be a part of that. This is one of the weeks where Punk can kind of just hang back a little bit and make Roman earn his money.
Yeah.
And make these two be like, you know what? He ain't wrong, Oos. You know, you have been like this, and just because you've been okay a little bit recently doesn't mean I'm doing Jay when he comes out after eating for a half hour. And then
before we get serious, before we progress the storyline.
and Knight's looking around like, what the fuck, dude?
You see, this is the stuff I'm talking about right here. That's why I never apologize to you, because you're not taking it serious.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was presented like that, I would understand. But
No, I don't. Like, that. It's their turn next week.
It is.
Punk can, honestly, he doesn't even really have to be there. Like, he will because he's going to every show, but,
Mhm.
like, he doesn't have to go.
Right.
He'll also go because AJ's going to.
This could have. I see your point though. This could have been one of those offsetting weeks where it's Roman and the Usos having to get on the same page.
Well, Roman's going to tell him, I don't care what he said. I don't care what you guys say. Stay out of my way or some shit. Like, he's going to be Roman. He's got to prove to everyone that he can do it on his own because he hasn't. We talked about that last week. He hasn't. Not since the big dog days, and we don't like to look at those. So
Never existed.
Tribal Chief Roman Reigns has never been able to win a championship on his own.
What makes CM Punk different from everybody else on the microphone? Because I'm just thinking about, like, in the grand scheme of things, CM Punk, yeah, he said what he said, but he has a way to, and this is across the board. I'm not just talking about last Monday, but I'm talking about when he was talking with Roman or any of his feuds in the past. Even if the story is flat, he has a way, his tone, his presentation of the delivery of the story, he has a way of pissing off opponents solely based on his delivery of the promo.
It's the confidence that he has in himself, which I think probably expunges into real life too. It's an extension of yourself, so to speak, just turned up. We hear that for all the great characters in wrestling, but then also the fact that he's earned the way to be able to tell the truth. He can cut promos like that. There's been times where Cody, truthful promos about certain people, Cena, those kind of guys, those top level guys that we kind of also throw in the echelon of like some of the best talkers, earn their way to being able to say kind of whatever they want. He can swear multiple times on Netflix. Nobody else can, though.
Mm-hmm.
But Punk can. He can go out there and say son of a bitch, and he can say all this stuff or whatever it is, and have no one. So can Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a level of when you earn it, you can say it. And then when you can say it and you've earned it, you're good. Like, you can go for as long as we need you to. So he's had that open mic, essentially, in any company he's worked for 20 years now, essentially, to say pretty much whatever he wants. And
because of his history from his first WWE run of, and anybody can tell you who's worked at WWE, dude was an ass. The first go around.
Oh, again, he was younger too, and some people love him. Like if you ask Kofi Kingston about him, he'll probably say he was one of the best humans I've ever met, and he was genuine and all that stuff. And then if he didn't like something, he said something about it.
Yeah.
How many people do you work with nowadays that hide shit and don't say things and don't talk and speak up to either their coworkers or management or whatever it is when they don't like something? Now it's almost common courtesy or it's common acceptance to be like just okay and just whatever and not say anything. I mean, it's an example in the broader scheme of your entire life to just be open and honest about shit. Just be like, hey, yeah, I did this, whatever, or that happened, or that person's doing this, I don't like that, or just going to them and saying something about it, as opposed to just like kind of like whatever, or I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. It's like, yeah, fucking pluck the turkey. Like, why not? I know it's March, but you know what? Fuck it. Pull that bitch.
I do want to give kudos. I mean, that was pretty good.
I do that from time to time.
Yeah, I do want to give kudos to every. Oh, and one other quick acknowledgement too, and my apologies for not grabbing her name. Raw has a new writer, a new lead creative writer, a female.
Because Road Dogg's out.
Oh yeah, Road Dogg.
Oh, he'll be missed.
I have to.
Oh, you didn't know?
I have.
Well, you better tell somebody that I need my 401k.
Yep. But I have to come down on our boy Eric Bischoff real quick.
Oh, did he get mad about it?
I didn't see the video, but he had a video premiere, and the heading was why Tony Khan should sign Road Dogg.
You know what? Honestly, listen.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The only way when you're
Don't do
here,
it.
listen, when you're here, the only way you can go is here, unless you just keep digging deeper. I don't think that would necessarily be a negative move for AEW. He'll plateau and peak at it, but I think the question is, are they going to respect him enough to listen?
Hell no. Don't
Yeah.
even bother.
Because you cultivated a culture there where it's like Tony's word's God anyway. So it's like whatever he wants to do, we're going to do. I have all these meetings with all these people during the week, and the writing team and the creative team usually like rotates and fluctuates. I have different meetings with different people. It's like, okay, so you're trying to Vince it, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You like playing with all of your toys, and you don't have anyone that actually gives you real solid input that you take. You still have a vision of what you want to do, and they're kind of just there just to spit shit at you. And if they happen to say something, you'll still take it and fuck with it and make it your own. And
it just won't be consistent from episode to episode.
No,
because
your mind's gonna change.
That's the old Vince.
Well, Vince, when he was younger, though, the thing was, it was all he did
Mm-hmm.
was this. Tony's got to do stuff with the Jaguars. He's got stuff overseas in London with the soccer club, whatever it is.
They're getting a new stadium down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, he got to do so many different things and so many different responsibilities. Whereas Vince, the reason why he could do it for as long as he did relatively well until the 2010s is when it started to really go downhill, was all he did for decades and decades and decades. It's like that's what it was. He lived it. He breathed it. I'm at every show. I'm the only one that's at every show. Okay, Tony. You've done it for 6 years. Poorly. For probably the majority of that.
So I have to mention something. But this is our sweet moment of the week, by the way. CM Punk and the Usos, all involved, including the new writer. I believe her name's Amanda. I'll get her name. But they have a new writer over on Raw.
Amanda Bynes.
Probably Amanda Bynes. If it is Amanda Bynes, you did a great job.
Who's going to watch The Amanda Show? Mondays on Netflix at 8 o'clock.
Amanda Show.
For the encore, Drake and Josh will come on shortly after.
Remember, the discount code, as Kyle mentioned, Lollipop, in-store only at BA Sweeties.
Discount code so good you're going to want to lick it. Promo code Lollipop.
And remember, it applies if you order, what is it, $40 or more?
If you for $40, you spend that, you get $5 off.
Okay.
Yep.
I did not put this in the rundown. This will be brief, but since you mentioned, I will put in a sour moment of the week real quick. I told you last night, I got cheap cable again. This is, Sling TV. Cheap.
You're slinging that dong again on the TV.
Oh, yeah. Cheap cable to get through the spring and summer. Cause
how much do you pay a month for that?
I pay. Well, I had to get that's 60.
Fuck.
60.
Nope, I'm good.
60. But I'm gonna pull back. I have to do some more studying. But this is just for the month.
Yeah.
Because then I'm paying $20 for the Cavs. And then I'm going to pay $20 for the Guardians when the regular season starts. You got to maneuver. You got to study.
Well, that'll be the cost of a third base ticket by the time they get to August. So.
Ain't that the truth? So,
yeah, go Yankees.
boy, truer words have never been spoken on this show. I have to briefly mention a sour moment of the week. So I fired up the cable last night, which means I briefly tuned into AEW Dynamite programming.
Oh, God.
On the side while I had the Cavs on one TV and was like, all right, let's see.
The only clip I saw from that show was apparently the press conference where MJF tried to give Heyman a drink.
Yeah.
Water, drink, whatever it was, and he smacked it out of his hands, and MJF.
It was the only good part of the show, and even that wasn't flawless.
No.
It's not from the outside looking in. And I'll try next week. I'll give it another shot. But it's not.
You should do a reacts.
No, that'll be my last episode of this podcast. It's not an entertaining show. It's just not.
I just want to hear you talk about it like poorly for like 10 minutes. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's just not. It's hard to follow. I guess that's the only thing. But all right.
But then you're gonna hear people. Well, you haven't watched it in so long.
Well,
we tried watching this at the beginning of the year.
Ultimately, it's just not entertaining. But then, that's the main gist of it. It's just not entertaining.
You don't like Tekla talking upside down? I think that was on last night too, wasn't it? Or was that Collision?
I think I took a nap during that segment.
Yeah, well,
I'm not even joking. I actually took a nap during the segment.
Tekla, who has nothing to do with tech.
Does not. Should.
She should be coming out driving a Tesla. There's like a brand deal right there.
For me, the big two things. Number one, television presentation, I think, is huge for me as far as viewing experience, watching a wrestling show.
Yeah.
So obviously, all right, AEW is not selling nearly as much as they used to, so they have to be in smaller arenas. But just the presentation, having the announce table, the announcing team in the background of every match, not a good look. You put them to the side, like you have the hard angle cam for a reason.
Boy, WWE has them in the same spot as AEW does, but you never see those guys unless you're supposed to.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
just put them to the side.
Unless they're using the announce table as in the match, or if they're going to Michael Cole or whoever to Joe Test to talk about something.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how can NXT, which is the third brand, is the developmental brand, how can NXT have, and they're in a smaller studio, how can their television production look better than AEW? That to me really bothered me. And then the main event angle that you talked about, they want to do a press conference. Fine, it's something different.
Was it the last segment?
It was the last segment.
They had an overrun for a press conference.
Yes. And they did not do it in front of the live crowd. It was backstage. Now they did spill their their post press conference brawl spilled into the arena. But if you're a paying customer going to a show, you could have easily have done that press conference in the effing ring.
It's my first thought. Yeah, you know what I want to do after someone throws water on me? I'm going to fight you into the arena. I don't want to kick your ass right here. Yeah.
And the angle is, this, you know, the stipulations. Hangman Page, if he loses, it's the Cody Rhodes storyline again. He can't challenge for the AEW championship again.
No, good. That means he won't be in the main event anymore when he loses.
Right. So, again, let's take a star out of the. It's just you're not putting anybody in a winning position because the Texas Death Match is Hangman's match.
So he's going to lose his own match. It's double whammy. He's going to lose his own match.
Yeah.
And he's never going to be able to challenge for the title again. And the third cherry on top is that the next challenge is probably going to be Swerve, I would think.
Maybe
he's lighting some. He's wrestling. So I mean,
yeah,
Ospreay isn't ready yet.
Yeah,
they're going to have
Swerve's doing something with somebody else on the show. But yeah, so boom, just like what they did with Cody years ago, boom. Go ahead and eliminate one of your top draws. And like AEW people actually like Hangman, so like let's eliminate one of your top draws.
Let's make sure he can never challenge for it again.
So remember those 9 months where we didn't see the AEW championship, and then Hangman saved the day.
Doesn't matter.
F all that.
Yep.
Done.
Gone. And if he wins, they're gonna bury Max.
Yeah.
What was the point of Max winning it then at that
yeah.
point? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would he hold the title for 2 months and then get rid of it or whatever it's been? Like, he's in a lose-lose situation either way with the booking of this.
Yeah, like how can you book into a lose-lose situation?
Like you could have said like can't challenge for the title for a year or something. Like you could have.
I wouldn't even have that stipulation at all.
Well, no, but if you were dead set on doing it, I'm not saying I would either. I'm just saying if you were dead set on doing it, don't make it for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Or make it until Max loses the title.
Yeah.
He can't challenge MJF again for the title, not the title in general. Like that's stupid. Like you're taking your top star out of the main event.
Yeah. Just like they did with Cody.
Well, all my stars are main eventers. That's why they're really dead. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
All right, that's our sour moment of the week. Let's move on.
The thicker his hair gets, the more dumb he gets.
Again, Interstate 480, the Ridge Road exit, make a left up Brook Park Road. And that giant lollipop, you may or may not see Kyle Cornell on top of that lollipop when you pull in.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Don't tell him may or may not. You will see me on top of that lollipop.
And my guy in the middle, Tom, is going to say, come down.
I'm gonna be singing Lil Wayne up there. Lick it like a lollipop. Yeah.
All right.
Don't
So the big story of pro wrestling, besides what happened with the Usos and CM Punk, and a lot of YouTube dislikes, and I'll tell you in 2 seconds why I'm joking about that, but Cody Rhodes is now once again undisputed champion, heading into WrestleMania to face Randy Orton. He defeated Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu was involved in the match, but the title is now back. The same man who did not win the Royal Rumble, did not win the Elimination Chamber, lost the championship back in January. Now he is champion in March, heading into WrestleMania.
I have a crazy storyline for these two with Cody and Randy that actually doesn't necessarily. Eventually, someone has to turn, but I have a kind of like a weird double situation.
Save that for just a second. So this resolved itself.
Sure, I would have kept it on Drew, but I mean he's earned it. He should have lost that at Mania to somebody and put someone over. But Randy, Sammy would have been fine. That would have been great if they actually capitalized on that story. And now they're feeding it to Sammy. He's going to Cody. He's talking to Randy. Like those segments were really good, but they were just brutally honest. Like sometimes you gotta be an asshole. Like, you have to be selfish.
I do wonder, and then I want to hear your storyline idea for Cody and Randy. I do wonder, was this move done just cause? My answer is no. I think there's a strong chance that this move was made because ticket sales are down for WrestleMania.
They're afraid Drew wasn't going to bring as much as Randy and Cody would if it was Drew and Cody or Drew and Orton or whatever.
So if that's the case, does this move come off as a panic move?
If my story came true, it wouldn't.
All right, let's hear it.
You're a big watcher of NXT, right?
Yes.
There's a new group that formed down there, huh?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of that group?
It is the second generation. Remind me.
Oh, the Birthright.
The Birthright. Yeah.
It's crazy how both these guys in this match are second and third generation stars.
Yeah. By the way, kudos William Regal
Easy for you
and
to say.
Finley. Both appeared at NXT last Tuesday.
It's crazy how these things seem to come up, and these two guys in the match were a part of Legacy at one point. They were second and third generation stars. It's nuts to think that maybe Cody gets a little worried that he can't beat his mentor, so he enlists the help of the Birthright, only to find out that Randy's the true leader and turns on him at WrestleMania and wins the title, leading to a call-up for the Birthright, because everyone and their mother has talked about Lexis King when they say, like, oh, he's an up-and-coming star. Any of those Cody, what do you want to talk about podcasts, whether it's Randy, whether it's been Cody, whether it's been anyone, one of my favorite guys is Lexis King. He's really got it. It's only a matter of time. And the main event scene in NXT is a little kind of backlogged now because you've got Ethan Page and Ricky Saints doing their crazy shit back and forth. You know, Joe Hendry's kind of locked into that spot for a while, I would think.
By the way, Kyle put Ethan Page and Ricky Saints in the rundown, so we're going to talk about them later in the show.
We will. They would not be a part of this, but this is a way to get those guys up. I mean, Charlie Dempsey's been down there for almost as long as Tony D'Angelo has, so it's about time.
And he was the one who turned this past Tuesday.
They've got a group. Stax is in there, too. He looks good. Ariana Grace is Santino's daughter or whatever it is. So there's the tie into second generation. It's only fitting that somehow they worked their way into this, possibly by being recruited secretly by Randy, but they go to Cody and say, we can help you, that kind of stuff. It'd be a great way to get them on TV, and it's a great way not to turn either of these guys for a little bit. You can play that story up for a few weeks because you only have a month or so. And then there could be a huge thing when they come out. Cody's like, you know, I did what I had to do. Sammy could even be in the back. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that to Randy? Like, you talked about taking chances, and you have the moment. You're in the moment. You're in the main event. Why do you need these people? And then Sammy gets attacked, that kind of stuff. Like, there's a story you can build off of this, and at the end, it's Randy.
So I'll be honest about, I don't hate that. Actually, I would prefer any quality story over.
It's different.
I know. I agree.
Not the simple Randy's all of a sudden just going to turn on him, or Cody's going to get jealous.
I would prefer any high quality story over the, we're two of the best guys on SmackDown.
Hey, while we're at it, why don't we get some new stars over, too? Like, if everyone loves Lexis King so much, get him to the fucking main roster. Let's go. He's not going for the NXT title anytime soon.
No.
So let's put him in this spot with guys that could actually get the rub off, and maybe he can do something on the main roster in 2 to 3 years.
And honestly, I'll say this. The Birthright down at NXT just alone, and it may be just the stories that they're involved with, they don't grab me right now.
They'll grab you if they get involved in one of them. It's probably going to be one of the main events of WrestleMania. You're right. It shouldn't. I think Rhea and Jade should be night one, but they're leaning towards this now, obviously. Ticket sales, whatever. But it's a different idea.
It's the way you push it. And what that would do, I think a lot of people have a misconception of the whole purpose of WrestleMania. Yes, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl, build it up. That's it. That's the end of
stories, that kind of stuff, yeah.
You do have to create excitement for post-WrestleMania. You do have to, okay, if I'll go back to the Raw story for just a second. If, who knows what's going to happen with Punk and Roman? I couldn't tell you who's going to win that match.
Probably Roman.
But let's say Punk wins and not Roman.
Well, then what?
Then I don't know if you're able to build up the Jimmy. You could do something there, a 1-month feud or something.
I'd imagine Gunther would be the next person that would go after him.
But the whole point is, you're supposed to create excitement post WrestleMania as well. You can't have, and hell, for the purpose of this show, we can't have you tune away from this show after WrestleMania. We need you to keep watching.
Yeah. And the build's been shit. Besides the Roman and Punk thing's been pretty good. We don't know what's happening we know the women's matches. Rhea and Jade, the promos sucked on Friday. They weren't that good. It all seems hollow. If you don't think it's scripted at this point, and you don't think that their social media wasn't planned, you're kind of dumb.
They need to keep the rest of their build to social media.
Yeah, it's where it's been working. It's one of those things where it's the immovable force versus the whatever.
Do the build on social media. while Monday Night Raw's going on.
Yeah, Unstoppable Force versus Immovable Object. It's these two
you have
titans
to
of the women's division.
You have to do it while there's other WWE programming on the air. Or like, oh, NXT. Wait a minute. What did Jade say today?
Kevin Owens was cutting promos in his car, and it was some of the best TV we've seen. I mean, that's like, yeah, like when he was having the whole stuff with the management and Sammy and all that again and all. Like, and
the birthright getting involved in this.
It's different, and it
I
wouldn't be
that.
And it wouldn't be the first time that Randy made a group to try and supplement his goals of becoming champion and breaking records. He can admit that SmackDown after. Like, listen, he'll probably be on Raw, honestly. They'll probably do, they'll load that show up.
Yeah.
But, like, I had to do what I had to do. Cody, it wasn't personal. I mean, it kind of was, but no, seriously, like, I have goals. I have ambition. I want to get this. This is my 17, 18. They're important to me.
And he will win number 15.
Yeah.
If he.
Yeah.
Here's the tricky thing about Orton. I think almost every one of us wants to see Randy Orton, especially if you're around back in the day. You want to see Randy Orton turn heel.
But like
the problem though, with him turning heel, you can't have him turn heel and be cool because we'll cheer for that. So these birthright guys,
they'll take the heat. They'll make it bad. Like people are still gonna sing and cheer for Randy, and he'll soak it up because he's good at taking it in as a heel too. But the birthright guys will bring him back down to like, fuck you, we hate you guys.
I think that's where they will really help.
Stacks is hateable. Like that.
Hell yeah.
He's just
yeah.
And give him a name. Just call him not Stacks for fuck's sake. He doesn't pass the name test. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grace passes the name test. Yep. Like Lexis King can pass the name test. Like there's certain things that can. You know, even Charlie Dempsey isn't bad.
Yeah,
but
Grace is very hateable. Just give her a microphone. Yeah, you'll hate her.
It's great.
Yeah, you'll hate her.
But, like, it'll be easier if Randy turns and has this group because then Cody, and we said this, his best work has been in the chase.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have to chase Randy in the group. Sammy will have to chase him in the group. Jacob Fatu will have to chase Randy in the group.
And then to add on to it, so you saw Fit Finley and William Regal on the show on NXT. So imagine, those guys trying to talk to Randy, they get RKO'd. Like different, and of course we know Regal can cut legendary promos when put in that position when he has. It's kind of like Mick Foley in those like, oh, we need you to cut something legendary once every blue moon. Boom, you got something there, and yeah, I think those guys on SmackDown. Oh, they could carry the summer.
It's a 3-hour show.
Dude, they could carry the summer.
You need time to fill.
And
Ova's probably going to Raw.
And here's the other thing. Because I was just thinking about this. Who on the main roster are true heels? Just period.
Gunther.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's really it. If I'm not even joking. Like on the men's roster,
heels that can draw, yeah.
Like I'm not talking tweeners. I'm talking heels that can draw.
Roman's still technically a heel, but they've played into the tweener stuff the past year.
So,
but now this is going to be, how does he talk to his cousins on Monday? We'll find out.
Well,
he's going to say something to him.
He's going to say something. Like fans are still going to cheer for him. Still, but I'm talking about legitimate, clear cut.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people that we can identify at this moment that are like you got to take them seriously.
If the Drew run taught us anything, it's that we've been fiending for a real good heel champion again. Roman in his run for 4 years, whatever it was a good heel champion, even though he stopped showing up halfway through. Like this Randy wants to do this. He wants to be around.
Either Raw or SmackDown I believe has to have a dominant heel. Not dominant, but hateable heel champion. It probably won't come from Raw. I think it's going to have to be on SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's going to be one-on-one, I mean, what's after when Randy wins? What is he going to feud with another babyface, or is he going to go back and forth with someone? Is no one going to turn? Is this only going to be about respect? I find it very hard to believe they're going to finally do this match, and if it stays one-on-one, which I don't have any confidence it's going to, but if it does, okay. We're just going to let it, oh, yeah, he's my mentor, and I'm going to do what I have to do, kid. Like, that's not a good story. It's not.
And here's the tricky thing about that, too. If we put on SmackDown right now, of course, SmackDown will be on tonight. You put on SmackDown right now.
Oh, Drew's gonna be pissed too. You expect him just to be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna show up to WrestleMania now." Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
He's gonna lose his mind.
Well, how many people are going to boo Cody?
A bunch.
And I don't think anybody's going to boo Randy
Not yet.
at this moment, right
Yeah,
here,
right
now.
People are mad. They're upset. They don't want this.
So,
which is ironically enough, it's the feud they've always wanted.
I know.
They just waited so long to do it that now people are like, "This is bullshit." Drew's actually doing good work. Now we have to take this on because Drew's getting cheered.
So
he's going out there and getting cheered more than Cody.
I know. So I was asked on another show, like, okay, where did Triple H go wrong and the writing team go wrong with this? I guess to answer the question, Triple H, I hate to say, Triple H actually listened to the fans earlier on, and I guess listened to his talent when he put the belt on Drew. If the whole plan from the onset was Cody and Orton at WrestleMania, if you go all the way back, was it a good idea at all to put the title on Drew at all? Now, the original plan, depending on the source, they wanted to make the title, Drew and Cody wanted to make the title switch all the way back at WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that, but let's just say that that's true. Now, if that's true, then that's several months ago. That would have been enough time. That would have probably gave a 6-month title reign for Drew McIntyre. So, like, at this point, if Cody would have got it back, all right, cool. There's some time. All right, here we go. We're locked in, ready to go. And probably
the Jey Uso reign.
Right. He would have had that. But Drew only got the strap for a month and a half.
That's why, like, I think the obvious thing they're gonna do with this is you're gonna probably see a 5-man match or something like that. There's no way they're gonna stick to 1-on-1, and if they do, there better be a story there. Otherwise, no one's gonna want to see it because they have a reason to make a match between these two, or between Cody and Orton and Drew and Sammy and Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah,
they have a reason to throw all 5 of them in a match. Will they though? I would do, which has I don't think ever been done before. If you're going to do that, a world title gauntlet at WrestleMania. Do something different. And then have Cody have to start. Congrats, you're the champion. Guess what? Got to beat 4 guys tonight. That'd be wild. Or you can have Sammy start, and it could be the whole story about him trying to overcome stuff too. Can you imagine the pop if Sammy won that gauntlet?
That would be something.
Anyone who wins that gauntlet is going to get fucking cheered out of their mind. That's the only way you can do this without turning both of these guys.
That would be a way to do it.
Like,
as long as you don't do the championship scramble. Remember that?
No. I'd rather not. There's 3 options. There's as it is, there's turning one of them and having it be a hollow feud, or you can probably do that last idea. But I don't think they're ever going to want to do that, which doesn't make any sense to me. You like having less matches anyway. I wouldn't mind seeing a 45-minute gauntlet match.
It would work.
Yeah. It's 5 of the biggest stars on the brand, and you don't have to turn anybody.
It would work.
Because the goal is the same. We're trying to get to the end, and we have to beat 4 other guys to do it. Like, that's perfect.
I'm going to pay close attention tonight. I think tonight is going to be like a heat check kind of situation.
Like, do you care if it's Sammy and Drew at Mania in a singles match, or it's Sammy and Jacob, or Drew and Jake? I don't care about that match. Like, I don't want to see it. And I don't want to have a triple threat match between those 3 just to throw it on the fucking card. I don't care.
The story has to grab me for me. Like right now.
Oh, so it turned out that Drew was the person that attacked Jacob 15 months ago.
And
okay, so they're going to have a singles match? Great.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess you could get away with that. So Sammy's on the outside looking in now?
Well, the problem, too, is we talked about it, is Triple H puts together, and his team, for the most part, they put together great television shows. But they do not deliver on payoffs. They just don't. They don't. So from that standpoint, it would be a little bit tricky. They have an opportunity here. Orton and Cody, they're 2 names. It can sell. But they have a lot of work to do to make people be invested in their story. Yeah. Punk and Roman has done that. I don't know if Cody and Orton can do the same.
Listen, I was concerned about the Punk and Roman thing, too. They've got me on board with that. I feel it's fair to give them a few weeks to figure this shit out with Cody and Randy. But, man, if we don't know by the end of this month what the hell is going on and who's doing what and what angle they're going for, and if it is, like I said before, well, I just want to prove myself to you, Randy. Well, kid, I got to do what I got to do. eat an absolute gigantic fucking cock. Like, just eat it. Just swallow it whole. Like, don't even bite into that shit like Kobayashi. Just down it in the gullet. I want to see it in your, like, yeah, just no.
Let's see the Adam's apple pop out.
Yeah. Hey, 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 that's gay.
That's trick. No, sorry. My bad.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, man. Oh. Can't wait for Booker T Appreciation Day.
Ooh. Y'all better watch NXT next week.
What a fucking joke.
Y'all better watch next week. Oh, man. Man. Judgment Day.
You got real happy there for a minute.
I did.
Yeah. Just when you thought it was over, but wait.
I'm like, dang, we got 2 more seconds. No, dude, this was exciting. This was the
I don't know. He could have done a little more with that, I feel. Finn flipped the script really quick in that promo. I get they probably were running short on time, even though it's Netflix and they're not really. But like,
what, they had another commercial to get to?
That
was the only reason why I wasn't a huge fan of the women's gauntlet match at the beginning.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into the flow of it. It was just
a lot of commercials. There was like 3 or 4 of them in the match. It's wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, he could have like sold it a little more. He could have apologized a little more. Could have like led him down the road a little bit before he just stomped on him. Figuratively speaking, obviously, he turned around and kicked him in the head. But I mean, like there was more meat on that bone he could have dived in or dove into. They've been together for what seems like a million years at this point. Like,
you wanted us to wait another week or 2.
And JD, I don't like that what he did because there should be a lot more conflict in him. Like, Finn is the only reason why this guy's in this company right now.
Well, yeah.
And not toiling around in AEW or possibly back in the British scene. Like, he is the reason he's there. So, like, the fact that it was so easy for him just to clothesline this dude because he attacked Dom, who he'd met maybe a year ago and carried, like, that's a little strange.
Well, they got to explain it next week.
Unless he's dating Raquel.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
He likes those girls tall.
Hey, man, listen. If he is, I can't boo him.
La Rula.
Hey, so hold up, wait a minute.
Raquel's going to need a La Ruler to see how tall JD is.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at this, man.
She looking at him like that.
Hey, I'm going to stop myself. So,
hey. I mean, that's why. Hey, you're crossing the family. We're more than family. And then he gives her a big old smooch.
Fifth wheel, get out.
Double dates.
That's the whole story.
Double dates with Judgment Day.
Hold up. The entire premise of the Judgment Day
was to get JD and Raquel together.
From day 1 of the Judgment Day, we're forming relationships.
Hey,
if you're the odd man out, Edge, get out.
It was honestly, you know what? The social media stuff was pretty funny too. The kicking him out and then
well, everyone had Swerve also had a role in that because he retweeted Adam Copeland and all that. So.
Adam says, it's not good.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I mean, it gives some excitement. I think we're heading deep into Dom and Finn at WrestleMania.
And I imagine we're getting Dom and Finn at WrestleMania. If there's ever a reason to pull them out.
Maybe.
I would think this is the reason why.
Let me address one thing about Dom and Finn. If we're going to get that, and it'll be cool, but if we're going to get that, we haven't seen it in so long. He needs to explain, or WWE needs to explain what that is.
I trust they'll be able to do that because that was Triple H and his baby. Not Finn was doing it before, but like Triple H presented it the best.
Well, it got I think Triple H stopped using that because Vince McMahon destroyed it.
Well, he was doing the heartbeat shit on the ground.
Yeah, he was doing that.
Dumb.
It was I think what was it? The Demon and the Fiend.
Yeah, that was a bad match.
That was bad.
Which we should
rest in peace. But he knows that was bad.
They didn't do it. I don't think. I think they did Finn versus the Fiend, and they may have done the Demon versus Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
They never did Fiend versus because that would have been really cool.
But like they trotted out the Demon, like they would trot him out on like random episodes of Raw, so Triple H when he came in, it's like we gonna pipe all that down.
Yeah.
Like, we're only gonna use it as so I would like for if it gets to that, explain what that is. But
he's talked about it recently. Like he's mentioned he wants to try and find a way to bring it back and make it make sense. And
I will say this though, if they sped it, I understand what you're saying though, as far as like there probably was more meat to the bone.
Not like necessarily like more time, like more weeks. I'm talking about just in the promo.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he could have went a little longer and done a little more buttering Dom up before he fucking slammed the hammer on him and called him a spoiled little prick. And we have the blur prick now, I guess, on Netflix. That's crazy.
I don't understand.
That's PG-13 word. I don't know what we're talking about. Like, but it's yeah, he could have went a little further.
I got you.
And it would have got Finn even more heat and more. Oh, come on, dude. Oh shit! Like we could have got a little bit more out of that.
I guess for me personally, I like the fact they just got right to it. I think now, like it's time. Like, let's get right to it. And with JD, because of his relationship with Finn, it did catch me off guard. It's like, oh, we're on and popping now.
Yeah, that was
when
it. Was
Finn
wild.
came off, and the way they shot it too, where the focus was just
because Liv didn't stop him. Liv let him go. He went into Liv's corner, looked at her, and then turned around, and Liv didn't do anything to him. She just
so what was Liv and Finn's relationship?
He was the one that brought her in. He was one. Remember because it was back.
Remember the closet thing? The closet and
the car. They got the car together and all that stuff. Like we
never got a follow up on that.
No. And then he brought in Roxanne to fuck with Liv. And where the hell's Roxanne been? I think she's hurt. I don't know what it is.
I think injured.
But like she wasn't a part of this. Where is her loyalty going to lie at the end of the day? Is this a chance for Roxanne to turn face and possibly fuck over the Judgment Day?
Well, Roxanne's always been loyal to Dom.
Not necessarily. And more Raquel.
Yeah,
because they were a tag team.
Yeah,
she was,
and then she earned, and then she earned the respect of Liv. So they've been locked in step.
I mean, that'd be a good feud for Liv after the Stephanie. I'd love to see Liv and Roxanne go at it a little bit.
I mean,
little summer feud.
Roxanne's in a great position right now because
either way it works.
She has to stay as a heel, but she's done such a tremendous job. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can put her anywhere on the card.
But she's so good and so young. Like, they're gonna turn her face at some point. They have to. Like, that's the point is to get her to her people. And she was one of the most over faces too in NXT. So I mean, she's got the ability and shown to be able to do both. So, and the chemistry obviously with all of them is great.
Finn, by the way, has looked like a true superstar in terms of you could sell tickets with this guy now that he's a babyface.
Yeah.
Like, fans want to cheer him. He's delivering on anytime he's on the screen, he delivers. Hey, listen. I'll say this. His little mini feud with CM Punk worked tremendously.
Did the job.
It did the job.
He did what he was asked to. People were still into it. They went to both hometowns or both home countries, if you want to call it whatever it is, obviously. Like, it worked. Finn as a face can work. He's going to need help.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting it from JD, so he's going to... That's why I'm saying Roxanne would be the perfect ploy, because he brought her in. So he brought Liv and Roxanne into this.
I don't know if he's gonna want, because the whole premise of the story.
He's gonna need backup.
Well, the whole premise though is like you need to do this on your own. You need to do this on your own.
Well, with the guys, yes, but with the girls, he could use a little bit of help because he can't. He's not gonna sling blade Liv Morgan out of that.
He should. I'm kidding.
Or does the demon not care about it and is okay with intergender beating the shit out of women? I don't know. Like, we'll find out, I guess. But, like, that's the perfect play. And the fact that Roxanne's not on TV right now gives her a reason to turn on them if
the person he'll go to...
JD.
Well, the person that Finn will go to will probably be Stephanie. I know it won't
Actually, you know what would be crazy? I know he's doing the tag team thing with R-Truth now, but wouldn't it be crazy if Finn went to Damian Priest and to Rhea?
Good.
They all started it. He's like, listen... We had goals at the beginning and they changed. I've changed. I've been through this enough now to know that I made a mistake when we did what we did to you guys. And I don't expect you to forgive me now, but I could really...
So will Finn have a straight face when Damian Priest is standing next to R-Truth?
No. And then Danhausen's going to come in.
Yeah.
You should join Mr. Balor, or you are...
Cursed. Boy,
that's the sad part. He's actually really entertaining. The presentation when he debuted sucked, but since then he's been great.
They should have just promoted him, not the crate, just him.
Newest signing.
Yeah,
like and they there was a different way they could have done it.
Yeah,
the crate thing was again, it just
Hey,
too many
number
ties.
one in merch sales at WWEshop.com.
Well, he's manning the stands out there and telling people to buy his shit or he's gonna curse them. That works pretty well.
That works a
I
lot.
think John Cena did something similar in 2006.
Yeah. Well, so, what you're saying is this
I'm
man's
gonna
going to win
bury
the
you.
title.
You can't see me.
I want the Triple H pointing photo.
He got it. He got it.
He
Some of those
did it.
demands are coming out pretty good.
He did.
Hey.
I want
T-shirt boys. You got that now?
I want to be in. Put me in the Hall of Fame. I
Yeah.
want to pick my own.
You know he's gonna show up. You know he's gonna be there. Like right before fucking AJ Styles gets inducted or something like that.
This sick freak.
Who the hell was that guy?
Who is that guy? You kidding me? Hey, you know what? I'll say this: every person in the Judgment Day, in or out now, they're on fire right now, and it's on them to knock this out of the park. But we're gonna have.
Opens the door for Ray and Gunther now because we know Dom's gonna get Finn at WrestleMania
It does. It does.
for Ray to retire.
Imagine. Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Finn and Dom opening, let's say night 2 of WrestleMania. That's your opener.
I don't know if they're gonna. I think they want the world title matches, the men and the women, to open and close the shows.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more of like a second match or middle of the card match on either night, where you can kind of like throw them out there.
We got to figure out some things to do with the U.S. championships. We got to figure some things out.
Oh well, they can always lean back on Mello and Trick if they really want.
They could. They
Trick
could.
Trick can win that title.
Unless Trick is in that gauntlet, we'll see. Do you have anybody? So Oba, listen, big win against Rusev. He did what he needed to do.
Can we say this at this point? It is down to 3 people.
3 people.
3 people.
I thought it was just down to 1.
Well, it should be down to 1, but there's 3 people that are being floated as Brock's opponent. It's LA Knight. It's Gunther. And then it's this guy. And I shouldn't say it's not Gunther anymore. It's Seth Rollins, and it's Oba.
I wanted to address because you mentioned on your reacts about
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. Keep him on your radar.
It's LA Knight, it's Seth Rollins, and it's Oba. I think Gunther has been pushed because Brock's not retiring at WrestleMania. He'll do it probably at SummerSlam.
In his
Minneapolis.
hometown.
Yeah, for 2-night SummerSlam, he'll do it there.
Yeah.
It all hinges on Braun Breaker and his health. Because they're not going to not have LA Knight on the card. So they have to figure out what they're going to do with him. Seth has to fight somebody too. If Seth can get Braun Breaker, things open up for LA Knight. If they don't want to give Oba a match yet at WrestleMania, and they want to give him the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, they could give Oba that. They could give LA Knight Brock Lesnar. Brock, there's been some reports he doesn't want to lose until he retires because he wants to really put over that person that retires him.
I think him and Paul Heyman, that's a joint
Yeah, which is dumb.
pitch.
I told you, I think he should face Oba and he should get handled because that will show weakness and Gunther will
Mhm.
jump on that.
Yeah.
But
But if that's the plan, then this match shouldn't happen because Oba should not lose at WrestleMania.
you can't have Oba lose to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that cannot happen.
No.
So if that's the plan that they're going with, like Brock and Paul Heyman, hey, Brock Lesnar can't lose until his retirement match, then do not have this match.
Then Oba's going to be standing next to a trophy he could probably pick up with one pinky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then you know what? Pivot to Oba and Seth Rollins.
Pivot.
Yeah. Yeah. Just have your masked men, whatever, circle. And because I guess there is a story there. And again, Brock will be on the show next week. There is, as you mentioned, because I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, you're right. There is a story there. How could Brock Lesnar show up without Paul Heyman? That's his guy.
And who took him out? They built that story as a, hey, if Braun really can't go to defend Paul Heyman and to defend the Vision, okay, we can pivot to Seth and Brock because they have a story.
I mean,
history.
they technically set up 2 guys then.
Yeah.
They set up Seth Rollins and then, of course, LA Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, we never found out. I kind of wanted to hear where LA Knight dropped off Paul Heyman. Was it at a local medical facility?
Yeah, there was. I think what's going to happen is Brock is going to start getting some people to actually come out during these appearances, and he's going to start squashing people. Like, you're probably going to get LA Knight coming out because he doesn't have a path to WrestleMania right now. You're probably going to get Javon trying to, like, hey, I've been the youngest up-and-coming star, proving myself. I can't think of no one better than Brock, and then he's going to beat the shit out of him.
I don't. If you're going to go that route.
He's not going to pin him. He's just going to kill him.
No. If you're going to go that route, don't do it to those guys.
Well, Javon's about to be either in the New Day or taking an F5 from Brock Lesnar, so you choose, or both. So like,
don't do it to those guys. Do it to my newest Otis. Those guys. That's who you do that to.
It's got to be also like reasonable. You can't have Otis come out to challenge Brock Lesnar.
Well,
you can have guys that have been in the main event say, you know what, I want an opportunity, or at least in that picture.
I kind of wish, you know what? I was just going to be
Stop
honest.
trying to talk Otis into existence. He's not going to be on TV unless he's doing a Slim Jim commercial or he's doing something about cricket.
Don't you got more Slim Jims to sell?
Which is ironically enough, crickets, the amount of people that raise their hand that say, yes, Otis could be in the main event scene at any point. Crickets. 5G.
Good service.
Great service, no hands. Come on.
I am going to admit something to you. I don't like this whole Brock Open. I don't like the Brock Open Challenge thing.
Well, if no one answers it, like there's some people are saying Joe Hendry might answer one of them and come out.
No, because the whole roster should be answering to the challenge.
Why?
Like,
you look at that guy and say, that's the person I want to fight?
Don't you want a main event WrestleMania?
I want to get my ass kicked in 2 minutes.
Don't you want a main event WrestleMania?
It's not going to be a main event.
Well, if Paul, in the context of the story, Paul Heyman said, facing Brock Lesnar is a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, Paul Heyman's not here anymore.
Now, admittedly, that sounds utterly ridiculous, but in the premise of pro wrestling, of the WWE universe, having an opportunity to face Brock Lesnar and guaranteeing a spot at WrestleMania, that's something you should want to do.
That's why I said some guys that can go out there. Sheamus could be another person, too.
But they should have did all that last week. And that's why I don't like the storyline.
Well, they're going to go week by week because he has like 4 appearances. So they're going to go one by one. People are going to come out. He's going to kill him and be like, nah, not going to do it.
No, I understand that. But the whole premise of, like, honestly, I kind of want them to pivot even here. Like,
I don't care.
You took out Paul Heyman. I want him to start calling people out. Forget all this open challenge thing because Paul Heyman shouldn't even be by his side. So here's the thing. Brock's going to have to cut the promo on his own.
He can do it.
On Monday, which he could do.
He can cut promos.
But he's going to have to cut the promo on his own. And I expect Brock Lesnar to go out there and say,
who's going to step up?
That's all no. I don't want him to say who's going to step up. I want him to call out people and whoop ass. Call out LA Knight. Call out Seth Rollins.
Call out Seth before anybody. If he does. If he cares. Brock, I mean, they weren't really together until a couple months ago again. So it's like he could just be like, whatever, business as usual. Who's going to step up?
Now, all I'm saying is this, too.
Because the plan would be to do that and then have him show up at WrestleMania and still not know who his opponent is and have Oba come out. Because the pop would be crazy. Because everyone wants the match. Everybody wants that match.
It's time to... The hold up is this alleged Brock can't lose thing.
No,
we don't know.
Time to give back. You've dominated long enough.
It's time. Like, this is a money-making match.
Yeah.
Brock and Oba is a money-making match.
It's going to happen. They're going to do it. I don't think Oba's going to lose it. If anything, then maybe like a double count out, or they'll find a way to be a screwy finish if Brock doesn't want to take the loss.
Actually, you have to do this match because if are you assuming Brock's going to retire at SummerSlam this year?
I'm pretty confident. He's never really loved it, but like, there's not much more for him to do. He's a 10-time champion. He's won everything. He's won Royal Rumbles. There's not really much left.
And who would be his final opponent again?
Gunther.
Okay, so am I out of line in saying Brock has 2 matches left?
No.
Okay, so if he has 2 matches left, this needs to be one of them.
Unless he does like this open challenge turns into people coming out and having mini matches with him on these shows going into WrestleMania.
Which would be unique. I just don't see it happening.
No,
but it could be unique.
It's be people answering him and then him putting him down really quick.
So if he has 2 matches left, this needs to be one of them in the story.
Well, there's also the possibility that Oba's the one to retire him too at SummerSlam, and it's not Gunther.
Let me flip over one other thing then we're running over. We got a break. Yeah. So Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, is that off the table? Is that not a good enough
because they're going to
singles match?
They're going to get tag title shots against the Usos. Austin Theory and Logan Paul are.
I want, because I guess a theory.
An Austin Theory.
Was that Paul Heyman was injured, so basically he was removed from the Vision storyline completely.
God. No, because Seth's still around. and he's still doing stuff. So they'll pay it off in some way when Braun comes back, whether it's post or pre WrestleMania, post whatever. They'll find a way to put a cap on that story
One other
somehow.
thing too,
and Bronson too, whenever he gets healed up.
one other thing. We've done the last couple years of I'm fighting for Paul Heyman. I'm fighting for Paul Heyman. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. He's just a manager. That's enough.
No, he's not. He's a mind.
It's enough fighting for Paul Heyman.
He's the key to the main event. Look at the guys he's represented.
I get that, but the rest
Brock,
of the
decade plus. Roman was champion for 4 years. Punk was champion for 400 days.
I get all that, but all these guys are all grown men too.
Yeah, so
they can fight for themselves.
They want that was the whole reason for Braun. 28, 27. I want the keys of the kingdom. He's the guy that's going to be able to unlock that door for me. Then when the door's open, I can kick his ass out. But he's got to unlock the door first.
I understand that. I get that.
In due time.
But that's enough of fighting for Paul Heyman. I've had enough of fighting for Paul Heyman.
You better get used to it because that motherfucker's going to be on TV until he dies.
And then no. I'm cool with Paul Heyman being on television. I'm not dismissing that.
They're all going to fight for him then. What is he going to just show up and just be like, hey?
That's what he does. This man jumps from storyline to storyline like nobody's business.
He's a storyline jumper.
Yeah. So if he's a hoe, why are we fighting for him?
You don't fight for a hoe.
You don't.
Because then she ain't going to be a hoe no more. You heard?
All right, coming up next on this fine, family-friendly program.
Story of Pete's life. He loved his hoe until she wasn't his hoe.
Ooh.
No more.
No more. All right, so we know a few of the matches. And,
post a picture of Pete kissing a garden hoe and a meme here.
Coming up next.
What happened to my hoe?
So we're including not only the confirmed matches, but matches we think will be on the card as well. But what match are you most looking forward to and least looking forward to for WrestleMania 42? We'll talk about that in a bit. And these two are in the rundown. I'm so excited to talk about this. I don't even know where Kyle is going to go with this or wants me to go with this, but we're going to talk Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. It might be based on what I said on my NXT Reacts.
It totally is.
We'll talk about that coming up on the other side. We'll be back in just a moment.
The one thing I've noticed too, like when people walk into the store, like even if they've had a rough day, whatever, as you can see, like because we're right here in the front, we can see people walk in. As soon as they walk through those doors, the expression changes.
Yeah, it does.
Immediately.
Their eyes open up. They're like,
oh, my
whoa,
goodness.
look at this place.
I mean, the kids are always excited.
Oh,
But even the parents are like, I got to take my kids to the kid. They're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I love seeing that expression just change with everyone when they walk through.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, it's all about the experience here. You know, we've got that. We've got the train set up with the amusement park ride, which is a tribute to an old park that used to be in Cleveland called Euclid Beach Park, closed in '69. But it's got all these little rides, miniature rides, and you can hit a button, and these rides start moving and making carnival noises, and it's just really cool. We just added another wall of old candy boxes. Some are from like the 20s, and we have a whole wall of them now.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Omega Video Marketing, you gotta make it happen.
Meg actually just put out a new story that she was working on.
What was it about?
It was about people that were moving to Cleveland because they saw opportunities and they fell in love with the city and all that. She did a piece on that. It's actually up on her social medias right now.
There you go. Yeah,
Look her up.
I'm sure she filmed it when it was like 70-something degrees outside.
She's a smart person, so I'm assuming yes.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter if it's 70 degrees outside yesterday or 35 degrees outside today or 50 degrees tomorrow.
Or 98 degrees in the late 90s with Nick Lachey.
Hey, I didn't understand that reference.
It's all right. I don't expect you to get boy bands.
Nah, the TRL thing.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Don't play games with Omega Video Marketing. In fact, elevate your game with Omega Video Marketing. Boy, if that wasn't a clean transition, I don't know what was.
Oh, hit me, baby, one more time.
I know that one. No, Megan Gallagher, 4-time Emmy Award-winning producer. She'll make it happen, as Kyle just mentioned. She'll elevate your business, elevate your content, elevate your business and events. If you got something going on, Omega Video Marketing has it all covered. Of course, go to our website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. You'll see under partners all of what Megan does with Omega Video Marketing. A lot of great stuff. But definitely, you can find her at MeganRG440 at gmail.com. MeganRG440 at gmail.com.
What a beautiful website, too, by the way, that you put together. You and Pete.
Pete put together.
Yeah.
Pete put together. Program director does nothing. Pete put that together.
Pete's like, it was like -2% Anthony.
No, I was joking with Megan the other day. I'm like, I'm going to be honest. Your email is the only email that I have memorized, like without even looking it up, because, we do these reads every week. But, yeah, MeganRG440 at gmail.com.
Hold on. The true artist has something to say.
Go ahead.
What's up, Pete?
Oh, Anthony did say he liked it, the website. So,
Oh, yeah, so that's like
he had a
2%.
little input.
Input. Looks good.
Actually, that's all I said. I'm like, it looks good.
No, that's cool. I like the ticker. They're all 15,000 shows go across the ticker and the bottom of the screen. That's always fun.
We have 11 shows.
Who's counting?
But
Yeah, 11 shows.
But there are 16 different broadcasts each week, because some shows have multiple broadcasts. Like Midnight Run with Anthony Alford.
I'm still waiting for Unhinged Anthony, by the way.
Tell the Cavs to get blown out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday nights instead of Sunday afternoons.
You hold that in. And wait for Rob's camera to stop ticking, and then you can say something about it. Every
There you
time I
go.
watch the main event, I swear to God, I know it's his too, because I've seen you and Eli on screen before, and there's not that sound. He's got that fucking sound. Like he's got a 1950s radiator in the back. I'm like, ugh.
It's that Mystery Science 3000.
God. Fuck, man.
You're entering into the danger zone.
Oh, I just want to Peter Griffin grind my gear that segment. I'm like, man. No really grinds my gears. When it sounds like there's fucking gears grinding in the background when you're talking. Fuck. Sounds like he's doing a broadcast from the moon. It's like, what are we doing here?
This is lifted out up.
Can we get Pete to give him a proper setup? Is all I'm asking.
We could look into that, though. So
Like, please.
We'll look into that.
He's the only one.
Well, yeah, we'll look into that, definitely. But no need to look into this. Omega Video Marketing, MeganRG440 at gmail.com. Let's get into AlleyRoseFragrances.com. I don't know. I know why.
Soft balloon.
These candles, these are brand new candles. It is spring, believe it or not.
The
even
spring
though-
collection from Alley Rose.
Yes. Our friend and coworker Allison personally makes these candles. She does a great job with these. I have one at home right now. I actually have the lemon one at home right now.
With the sweat on her brow and the curve of her jib. She makes these candles. What's the jib one? I don't know. There's like a.
I have no response.
Yeah. There's a way to word that. I don't know.
I can't help you.
I
there,
may or
buddy.
may not have just
It's the cut of your
the
jib.
cut of your jib. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Sweat off your brow and the cut of your jib.
Oh, God.
You make it happen, Captain.
Go to
I
Alley
wasn't
Rose.
expecting sailing references.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm full of weird shit.
Boy, you know what happens when the sun comes out? Like when spring starts?
That's what happens when the sun goes down.
Ooh.
Everything is hotter when the sun goes down.
You know what happens when CM Punk makes a list reference on Monday Night Raw?
Under the water.
Y2J. Inside Edge 20 is the promo code. Please use it. Inside
For
Edge
your
20.
first purchase. So
Yes.
take advantage of that first purchase and load her card up with a bunch of candles.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Make her sweat it out like she's holding a candle right up to her head.
What's cool, too, you could combo if you're ordering for the first time, combo this order
Oh yeah.
and add a body mist as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then put this promo code in inside Edge 20, and
Save 20%.
you get it's a killer deal,
Mhm.
definitely. So first time
A
customers,
deal to die for, some would say.
absolutely. And let me show you something too here, the magic of green screen. So most competitors,
I'm getting Weatherman AA vibes from this.
So most competitors, you see, hold on, I'm gonna do this.
Don't walk off the screen.
No,
Yeah.
I can't. So most
Don't give him the 7-day.
So coming up after the break, no. So most competitors, they have one candle, it's like stuck up like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the wax
Yeah.
only goes down to like that.
Yeah, real shitty candles.
It's crap. And then
Not
and
these
then-
though.
and then when it gets down here, you still have wax here, and you still have wax there,
You got wax in your ear, like what the fuck?
but you can't use the candle. It's
Mhm.
done.
Yeah.
Here, it's all even.
Hmm.
You see that tip there? See that?
Shia LaBeouf, even Stevens.
All even there.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Use the promo code.
Here's the 7-day.
We can't do fucking live reads anymore. I'm telling you. And you know what? About 90% of it's my fault. So I'll put the hand up. All Bob does sports it up. Hands up. It's on me.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What are you looking forward to? WrestleMania? All right. We got our confirmed matches. Roman and CM Punk. Almost forgot his name. Jay Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Liv and Stephanie. And then Randall Keith Orton and Cody Raheem Morris. I'm sorry. Rhodes.
You did Morris again. God. Raheem Morris has got more mentions on this podcast than he has in the fucking coaching circles.
That guy is a main eventer. I mean, boy, Raheem Morris is a main eventer in WWE. AEW should snatch him up. All right, so these are the confirmed matches.
Yeah.
And then there are others. We obviously expect Finn and Dom. Even though I know you don't like it, and I might have given away your answer. Io and Asuka is probably going to be on the card.
Oh boy, if that's official, that's gonna suck.
That's going to be on the card. Well, Io's going to bring it.
Yeah.
And then
not gonna be enough. She almost. I thought she got her nose broken when Io did that dive.
Oh yeah.
I was like, please, please, please.
Yeah.
Tell me she's missing WrestleMania, please. Pivot.
This guy should have finished the job.
Little comment.
Yeah.
like, yeah. You know what? She fucking should have. God. Retire. Go to the Hall of Fame. She could be the other person that goes in
There
there.
you go.
She used to go to WrestleMania. She could dance all around the stage and freak out AJ Styles.
All right, so the match I'm looking at this moment, for me, I'll give you a boring answer, but it's Punk and Roman at this point. But I'll tell you what, you kind of sold me on a potential gauntlet match
She's so
on the
cool.
SmackDown side if that ever happened.
So cool. And it's worth the main event. Not whatever bullshit story you're going to tell with neither of these guys turning until
And
Mania.
honestly, because I said on this show a few weeks ago, because I heard plans of, Drew's going to go into WrestleMania, they're going to do the 5-way. I'm like, come on. But now that you kind of hot potato the championship, now you can kind of do it. Because, again, Cody lost in the Elimination Chamber. He's still the champion.
I think the whole point of that, too, then should be we're going to do the gauntlet, but Randy comes out last.
Yeah.
That's your
You
reward.
could do matches, too, to,
Yeah.
have your spot, right?
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
On SmackDown. Fill 3 hours.
Yeah, fuck. But I right now, I'm going to say the confirmed match for me that I'm least looking forward to is probably Rhea and Jade.
Yeah.
Just because it's all a social media feud. Maybe when they get in that ring, two physical, talents, it'll be something different. I don't know. Jade really hasn't had chemistry with anybody when it's come to working. That's why Bianca, we thought, could work really well because of her strength and because they were together for a long time and she would play to what Jade wants to do. I don't think Rhea gives a fuck. I think she's like, I'm the biggest star in the company, woman-wise. Like, we're going to do what I say.
I think Rhea's going to work hard. And I think Jade understands, this is her opportunity because she hasn't had many. Jade is the one where you could make the case of, boy, house shows would help because they never have her defend the title.
Is it too late to get Rio or Io into this match? Like,
I don't think she's needed.
I like it. Because I know Rhea and Io can work. I don't know if Jade and Rhea can work by themselves. I don't know.
Well,
I know Rhea's going to bring it. That's not the problem. Jade is still green when it comes to working the ring, and even on the mic, dude, she's bad. Like on the mic, she's pretty bad. Like she looks great.
I like her on the microphone.
Well, I know you like looking at her on the microphone, but then she opens her mouth and says words. And
I like the words too.
Yeah.
I like the
Words kind of
words.
suck, man. Like,
But
the
well-
promos are bad.
well,
When's
it
the last
has
time
to-
she cut a good promo?
Well, it's she drops insults, right? Like that's what she does.
Yeah.
That now does there need to be more depth with that? Sure.
Yeah, I
But
could tell someone to go fuck themselves 15 times in a row, but it's still going to be shallow and meaningless if there's not an actual reason to say it. Like it's like I don't. Like,
I mean-
she could have played it into comparisons.
could have.
Like we're both physical specimens. We both have all this strength, and but who's a little bit stronger? Me. Like she could have like done something like that, but no.
Well,
it's
let's see now because
social media garbage.
Well, let's see now because
she'll do like Jade was the bigger star than Rhea, which will never be the case. Like that. I'm sorry. I don't care how many titles you hold. Like Rhea's the biggest star in the company when it comes to the women. It
Well,
just is what it is.
Jade has to on television. Remember, she's a heel. She has to say that she's the bigger star. She has to present herself
She doesn't have to.
as the bigger star.
Whatever happened to telling the truth?
You don't have to. She's a heel.
She can be. Then she's a delusional heel.
That's cool.
Eh.
I mean, that's we don't have enough of those.
I got
in
one over on
WWE.
Raw. And I want her to fucking retire. Her name's Asuka.
But here's the difference.
And I still think-
Asuka is not the world champion.
No, not this time.
Jade is the world champion. Jade is the only world champion, women's world champion over on SmackDown right now, obviously.
Bianca getting hurt just sucks.
Well, think about this.
So much better if she was here.
Somebody brought this up. Imagine Jade is still the SmackDown Women's Champion, but Naomi is the Raw Women's Champion, and Bianca Belair won the Rumble.
Well, that'd be great. We're living in a world of what ifs. I
And
wouldn't
then-
mind living there, but
And then Bianca would have to choose Naomi, who was killing it before maternity leave,
Yeah.
and then Jade doing what she was doing on SmackDown, but of course history there too. And who would Bianca choose? Like, boy,
We're
that
also-
would have been something.
we're also assuming that that's where Naomi was going to hold the title for that long.
No,
too.
I
I don't know.
somebody
Stephanie was dead. Like she was going to win it.
somebody brought that up. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that would have been something. That really would have been something.
I would have loved to see a triple threat.
Could have.
We could have. We could have got
It was-
Naomi. We could have got Jade. We could have got Bianca. That would
We
be
were
great.
leaning that way. I mean, the whole point of Naomi, if you remember, the whole point of Naomi going to Raw was to get away from the
Yeah.
Bianca and Jade
Yeah.
situation.
Because we wanted that match. We wanted Bianca and Jade to have that big powerhouse match. And they worked together for a long time. They know each other. It works well. Again, it's the match I'm least excited about. I'm not saying like Jade's a bad worker overall. I'm just saying recently some of the stuff I just haven't been impressed with that I've seen. So it's like,
the match I'm least excited about.
the Tiffany Stratton match was bad. Like, and I get Tiffany was hurt and all that stuff too. I
Mhm.
like whatever, but like still, we were both watched that. It was
Yeah.
like this is not good.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like, and that what's gonna happen? What Tiffany's gonna fight Julia now? Is that the thing for the women's U.S. title?
I guess.
Where's Kiana James and all that? Why isn't she getting that star?
Well, what's going on with the tag team division as well? All that
Fuck.
plays into it. And the tag team, that is like a week by week.
Yeah.
Put the stars.
Well, it's
Where do
Alexa
the
and
stars
Charlotte,
align?
and then probably Bayley and Lyra, because they're gonna do a multi-woman match, I'd imagine, because they want to get everyone on the card.
Well, and also,
And the Bellas. are
well,
gonna
and
be
I
there.
thought about this too. So AJ Lee, because when Bailey won the match, it was great. Love what I saw from Bailey.
I bet you did.
I did.
Mhm.
Loved everything I saw from Bailey. I thought
Mhm.
she looked great. But I was just thinking about this. I'm like, because we always say like, oh, AJ Lee needs to face like the younger superstars. Needs to face, but if you think about like the veterans, the women who have been there for a while, other than Natalya and Naomi when she comes back, AJ didn't face Charlotte. She's never faced Bayley. She's never faced any Alexa Bliss. She's never faced any of the veterans.
And she probably won't.
That's been there.
She's not going to work long enough to do it.
And she's not going to work long enough to do it. And my biggest problem with AJ Lee, she's barely there. So, like,
She'll be there
how
on Monday.
much work does she want to put in?
She's apparently very part-time.
Very.
Yeah.
Which is kind of,
Which-
based on what we were hearing.
So give her the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. I mean, based on what we were hearing, we thought it was going to be way more appearances with
Well,
AJ Lee.
her and Punk were going to travel together. They were going to do it, and especially now because unfortunately, Larry passed. It was like, okay, well, is she going to want to sit at home all day, or is she going to want to go?
Now, if it would have been one thing if we heard, all right, AJ's going to be very much part-time.
Yeah.
These are going to be. But no, we heard. Am I wrong? Did we hear that?
Initially, it was like, okay, she's going to be back on a full-time basis, and then it came out when she didn't show up for a long time. Like, no, apparently it was a part-time deal. She's going to be held for like major events, that kind of stuff, major cities. She's not.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to Biloxi. She's going to Madison Square Garden, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which maybe I'm misremembering stuff too. I know it's been a long time, and the Punk thing is one thing because he was like the top guy for a while there in WWE. But like AJ, it was fun. But she was there for a couple of years. She won one Divas title, maybe two,
Probably two,
maybe.
maybe. One on her first night. That was like her most memorable in
Well,
ring.
Paige was the one that won on the first
Oh,
night.
Paige.
Yeah,
Paige
from
won
AJ.
from AJ.
Yeah, that
that's
was like
right.
one of her
That's
biggest
right.
moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, and that's something that AJ.
when she left, it was because she was hooking up with random guys on screen every other month, or so it seemed. And
Mm-hmm.
Then she went away with injuries and stuff like that. I don't. Is she really that big a deal? Where it's like that's the kind of contract you get? Is she worth that kind of deal?
Her time away earned that deal.
I guess.
The problem, though, was that we are now realizing with AJ Lee, and to I say a lesser extent with the Bellas, because at least the Bellas are doing media, or doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if the Bellas are involved in a story, they will promote the heck out of that story, even if the in-ring part is not that great.
Well, as a tag team, they're better. They
Right.
play off each other better than.
By the way,
singles.
where have they been?
They're waiting for their moment.
I mean, like, oh yeah, we're gonna team up again as a tag team
What's
on
the
a
problem
random
when you
episode
have-
of Raw, and then they haven't been there
You have
since.
fucking PLE every month, and sometimes two in every month. You can't properly build stories.
Yeah.
So, like, the Bellas are going to come up probably at Raw in San Antonio
Mm-hmm.
because that's close enough to where they live, and then they're going to start this whole "we deserve a tag title shot." Then we're going to have the multi-women match
Mm-hmm.
because we're trying to get all the stars on the show. It's like, fuck, man. Like, they don't have enough time to properly build some of these stories. Hell, we just saw with Roman and Punk, too. They had to throw the Finn Balor thing in the middle
Yeah.
because they had Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't going to not have Punk on the card in Chicago.
Right.
So, like, it's like, fuck me, man. Like, just, like, less PLEs. Give us 2 months to get to a fucking PLE to build a proper story.
Well, it's not even just the PLEs. Instead, it's we got Saturday's main event. Like, you got that, too. It's
And
like,
the ESPN thing's going great.
yeah, don't even get me. And to the point where NXT, the Peacock deal's up. Like, so the Stand and Deliver is going to be on YouTube for free, which is, I'm not complaining about
For now,
content.
yeah, we'll see if they decide to do something with
Yeah,
it.
we'll see.
If
Like
Netflix
all of
swoops in and buys it or
a,
something.
yeah,
like
all
that.
of a sudden ESPN comes right in. Hey,
which is ironic because like NXT is getting the most engagement. Like they're even on our clips, like
Yeah.
your NXT reacts are blowing my Raw ones out of the water because people are loving NXT right now.
which is nuts.
Yeah.
But they put together great shows.
And they're drawing more than AEW, like in the ratings.
And what's
stuff,
crazy,
and it's like, yeah,
you brought. I'll use your words and flip it on the NXT side. So NXT, almost every 2 or 3 weeks, has like special episodes where they load up with a championship match. Now, on one hand, you could say, well, the stories aren't really that much in depth in if you just have like 2 weeks of build up and then a title match. But my goodness, So Ruka and JC Jane and then Zarya, like that's been So Ruka and Zarya. That's been a feud. Really, the build up to the turn for almost a year,
Mhm.
pretty much. And they're going to build that episode up, and that's going to lead it to Stand and Deliver. It's like when you watch NXT, you know every single week something important is going to happen.
Yeah.
And you don't get that feel every week from any other wrestling show on television. And that includes Raw and SmackDown. There are some weeks where, like, you watch an episode of Raw, like, oh, it's a decent episode. But even when we're putting the show together, it's like, oh, what actually happened? And it's not a popular thing to say now because we're in WrestleMania season, but we all know. We've seen it.
Yeah.
So I got to answer this question. For me, least looking forward to at the moment, I'm going to say Stephanie Vicari and Liv Morgan, not because of them individually, but as of right now, it's the weakest story at the moment, even though they've had standout moments. And I don't blame them. I'm more interested in what's going to happen within the fabric of Judgment Day
Yeah,
as opposed to Liv facing Stephanie.
It feels like a branch instead of the base of the tree.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just answering the question. I don't even it's
It'll
not
be a
even
good match.
right.
They're both really good wrestlers.
It's
I
going to
mean,
be a good.
yeah.
It's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be a great feud. But at this moment, right now, on March 13th, that's how I feel at the moment. But if you look at a match that is currently not on the card, Io and Asuka's going to need some more juice.
Ugh.
I'm not going to hate it.
I'm gonna get up and get juice and not watch the match. I'm gonna take a lap around my apartment,
It just needs a little bit
feed
more
the cat,
juice.
change the litter box. I'll find a
Wash
way to be busy.
dishes.
Yeah, I'll find a way to be
Cook
busy.
dinner.
Honestly, I might just take like a nice little half-hour break ski.
Orton and Punk, or not Orton and Punk. Orton and Cody. Yeah, let's see what happens. SmackDown's going to be huge.
Hmm.
All right, what did you want to ask me about this? This is our final segment of the show here. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page.
Yeah, I was curious. You said that it kind of felt like these guys were in no man's land when it came to their characters right now as heels, both as heels on NXT. I mean, does it kind of feel like I'd imagine Joe Hendry's winning a feud with either one of these guys moving forward?
Yeah, he beat Joe Hendry beat Ricky Saints.
And now they both won a tag match against him and the deaf guy, Miles Bourne, who's also dating Stephanie Vicari.
Yes,
Lucky bastard. Never thought I'd say that about a deaf guy, but
unbelievable.
turns out Randy Orton loves him and he's dating Stephanie Vicari. So if you can win in life, Miles Bourne's doing a good
that
job.
man is winning. That man is winning, no doubt about
And
it.
he's the North American champion. Does it feel like they've hit the end of their roads? No pun intended. In NXT. For some reason, he liked that. I don't know. Every once in a while, I get a random chuckle out of Pete when I wasn't trying to make him laugh. And I savor those moments because when you can make Grandpa laugh, I feel important. He's like, you had me till you called me fucking Grandpa again. Dick. One of these days, he's going to throw that walker at me.
Ricky Saints, yes.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You can not laugh all you want. I still think it's funny.
Ricky Saints, yes. Ethan Page, no. Because Ethan never had a NXT championship run.
Yes, he did.
Or he did a while ago. It was a while ago.
When he first came into the company.
Yeah,
he
he
won it.
did. Yeah, that's
the first
right.
couple weeks he won.
That seemed like a eternity ago.
Yeah, because he's been on NXT for too long.
Yeah.
The
But
correct answer is yes.
the answer is yes. And what they're trying to do now with these guys, first, it's like two guys who have hanging around the party a little bit too long because everybody.
Tony D'Angelo, right?
Yeah.
Super senior.
Yeah.
I graduated twice.
Booker T ripping Josh Briggs. Like, boy,
About to get his doctorate from NXT.
you're like, hey, if you don't start winning around here, we got cuts after WrestleMania. Like, damn.
This guy was in the original FCW tryouts. He's been around too long.
I think because Oba, Trick, and Javon moved up, and these guys didn't, and because Ricky was turned heel. First off, I don't think Ricky and Ethan have much. They don't have good chemistry together, in my opinion. Just watching the stories play out.
But they're in the Cody group chat. Both of them.
Great. But they don't have the chemistry. I think Ricky, for my taste, is too over the top, which I get it. They're heels, but I think they're watering down their star power because of that, especially Ricky. I think he's watering down because it's just too much. for me. And they're in a dangerous position right now because other stars around them are getting better and are elevating themselves. I don't want a situation where Ricky and Ethan are passed up by some of these other guys, like Carver is one of those guys. Even somebody, the Vanity Project, you got something there. So we talked about Birthright earlier. So what if they go with your idea of the Randy Orton storyline? Well, they got passed unless Ethan and Ricky gets moved up.
That could be a good response for Cody. That means both these guys would have to be faces. Because Cody would be the baby face chasing Randy at that point. He's going to need reinforcements.
Well, the problem, though, is like Ricky just turned.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, he's been healed for a little bit.
Now, they did, at the end of NXT, they did set up Vic Joseph did mention Ethan did what Ricky couldn't do and pin the champion.
Mm-hmm.
If either of these guys turn babyface, it would be Ethan Page.
Which would be interesting because he's more a natural heel.
Exactly. So that's where...
And he's been on SmackDown as a heel with Chelsea and all that.
So, for me, the best course of action really for both of these guys, Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, if the vision is still going to be a thing after WrestleMania, I think that's where they need to be. On the main roster.
If Seth can reform the group, that'd be great.
Or with Seth Rollins.
Well, because I can't see either one of these guys taking orders from Logan Paul or Austin Theory.
Right.
So,
and, they would have to be... How would you materialize that with one of those guys? Would you go with a leaderless type of situation, or if Paul Heyman is back, are these two a Paul Heyman recruit?
I mean, you could roll with Ethan Page as champion for a little bit and send Ricky up. They have to go together.
But the only thing is, NXT wants Joe Hendry as their champion because he's the guy that's going to draw tickets. And they're actually running live events. And Joe Hendry's the one guy, even if you don't watch NXT programming week to week, you know who he is. And because he's NXT champion, and I do think they have other guys, Tony D'Angelo and others, that are going to challenge for the NXT championship, they're not going to challenge for a high-level title anytime soon.
I mean, is Tony D, is he a heel now? Is he a tweener? Is he kind of just hanging out?
He's a...
Because he's fighting Dark State, and Dark State are heels.
He's a babyface, but he made it clear that he's going after Joe Hendry and will do anything to take him out. So I guess it's a tweener type of situation.
Wait, for the family?
Sure. Yeah. That part I don't... And here's the true reality of NXT right now, and it's been this way for a while. The women's division is just way more compelling. Way more compelling. Yeah. I'd rather sit here and talk about Jada Parker and Blake Monroe.
I want to know when JC Jane's going to get the call up.
She deserves that call up. She definitely deserves the call. But again, there's meat on the bone with her and Soruka, but then you also have to do Soruka and Zarya.
Yeah.
So But, the women's side, there are so many ways you could go about things. Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame, they're doing great stuff right now. I love how the show opened.
Tatum's doing great.
I loved how it opened because Izzy even brought up, is this the real Tatum Paxley, what you're doing right now, or is this just a phase? Is this fake? The women in NXT right now, they have better stories and they're better storytellers. And I think that's where these guys, you were hoping from a storytelling standpoint, Ricky and Ethan, they could kind of pick up the slack on where the storylines were lacking. They're not being put in a position to do that. And because of where they're at and the way they're being presented, their star power is decreasing week to week, in my opinion. I think for those who don't watch NXT week to week, you may think what I'm saying is absolutely crazy. And that's why if you move them up, all right, they're back on track. But you just want them to have that opportunity.
Yeah, and they'll make way for more people because there's plenty of guys in the wings waiting.
So. Mm-hmm. And they got a Wednesday show. They got all this other. That's the only thing with NXT. It's most of last year they were doing stuff with like Evolve and then TNA.
Well,
stuff
Evolve
like
is going
that.
to get what the Vanity Project dude is going to go to NXT full time now.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Drake, whatever his name is, he's going to be probably someone they look at, and then Kendall Gray
Yeah.
is going over now. She's another woman they're going to throw into the mix.
Yep.
So like, yeah, they just keep freaking reloading, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but these two, Ricky and Ethan, are both phenomenal talents. I don't want them to be lost in the shuffle, and I feel like in the last 3 months, really since the start of the year, I have concerns.
Got to phase out the old heads. Let's get these guys up.
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
get them up.
Get them up.
New network sponsor, by the way, and our show sponsor too, W Energy. W Energy, you know what they do. They listen. Since I do like 3,000 shows apparently on this network, I got to keep the energy up and still be able to perform
Yeah.
at the daytime job.
I can't believe you can put together like sentences at this point. How many shows have you done? We're recording this Thursday evening.
Well, for me, this is it. Until Sunday.
He gets to take a breath
Yeah.
until he wants to put another show in there.
No, I'm capping out. This is
Fridays with double A. Zzz.
lunchtime. But
He talks into a mirror. I got the Bible widget. Lord save me. What an appropriate time.
well, you know how you can also be saved? W Energy. That was a weird transition, but
Save from that tired day when you're just worn down.
Uh-huh.
Save from waking up and feeling a little restless because you didn't get enough sleep the night before.
yeah.
Save from that annoying coworker who just won't stop yapping your ear off like yum 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 yum. I need a rundown. Yum 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 yum.
Especially on Slack. Been running your Slack thing up nonstop.
If you're done giving yourself slack when it comes to not getting enough sleep and not having enough energy, do yourself a favor. Get in with W. Use that promo code SHWP10. Also, Inside Edge 10 is up there as well. Pick your promo code, any promo code.
They both work.
They both do.
Yeah, use them. The flavors are phenomenal. You get all those flavors.
Use them, and this is one of the few times where also you're allowed to abuse them. We give you consent.
Yes, we do.
They're gonna love that.
We're done. Follow us on the show. Remember, we got a website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
So pretty.
It's a great website.
Website?
Yeah, website. Yeah, we're done. Pete put it together.
I can't wait to see your website, Pete.
Yeah.
When
Caught
those
it a
W's
rapture.
become ours.
Yeah, it's called it a rapture.
God, I was gonna let you up, Kyle, but then you give Double A shit for saying website instead of website.
Yeah, no.
No more pass.
No.
Fuck!
No.
I was that close.
I can't wait till you start editing my reports.
We did. Oh, that's right. Spell 6 out, you lazy son of a bitch.
Listen, okay?
We went to media school. We have training.
Listen.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Listen, okay?
Under 10, you write it out. Over 10, it's the number. It's fucking general knowledge that we know we both learned. And I know you fucking learned it because you went to BG and the Ohio Media School. You taught at the media school.
And yet BG lost to Toledo. Good night. Oh, Miami lost too. So Toledo won't even get the benefit of beating Miami in the tournament.
We'll lose next round.
UMass. You matter.
What?
Cut the tape. We're done.
Dave.